Oh, Nintendo, why? Why, Nintendo, why? Why do you do this to us?
Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry, you caught me in a real meltdown kind of mode. Welcome back to another just depressing YouTube video. This is the Nintendo Rant. The Nintendo Rant. Welcome back, everybody. That was my actual welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. So this is the Nintendo Rant. This is not a scripted video. This is nothing. This is just me ranting for 5 minutes about how very annoyed I am with Nintendo lately. Their business practices are not good. So, let's turn time back a bit. Let's go all the way back to the invention of these little nuzzballs right here, amoebers. If you know me, you know I love amiibos. I collect all of them. It's not a joke. I have all of them. It's a disgusting disease, and I can't help myself. But I love amiibos. But anyways, amiibos are the toys to life figures created by Nintendo, and they are harder to find than the goddamn pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Nintendo, back in 2014, when Smash Bros. For the Wii U launched amiibos, and they were crazy popular. And they sold out everywhere. And for the next couple years, as Nintendo released more and more amiibos, they just didn't stock them. There was not enough stock for these things. If you had to pre-order them, the second they went out for pre-orders, and even then, it was a fight to get them. I waited in line for an hour once just to pre-order amiibos. Not even to get them, to pre-order amiibos. It was insanity. To this day, amiibos are still almost impossible to come across. They're easier now. Thankfully, thank Jesus, they're easier to come across now. But still, they are much more scarce than they should be. Other Toys to Life figures, like Disney Infinity, which is canceled now, sadly, Lego Dimensions, Skylanders, those you can walk into any store at any point of time and buy whichever one you want. There is no problem. But Nintendo does not know how to stock these dang things. Okay? Fast forward to the NES Classic. I put one up here, if I had one.
And this is where I'd put a trophy. If I had one!
But no, I don't have one, because Nintendo made 10. For the entire gosh dang world. They made 10 of them. So if you don't know, the NES Classic is a little mini Nintendo Entertainment System that had like 30 games preloaded into them. 30 of the best NES games preloaded into them. You hooked it up to your TV and you could play them all. Well, Nintendo decided, no one's going to buy this. Well, guess what? They sold out instantly. No stores had them. And the only people that did get them were scalpers who are selling them online for like $300, $400. Which is ridiculous because it's a $60 price tag. And I'm sorry, but if you want to play the games that badly, what ROMs are for. So that was the NES Classic. I hunted that thing for months. For months I hunted it. Never found one. And then Nintendo discontinued it. The demand was there. The demand was high. And Nintendo said, let's discontinue it. And no one needs that. Why, Nintendo? Why? Whatever. That's in the past. So now we get the Super Nintendo Classic announced. The SNES Mini, whatever you want to call it. The Super Famicom. I don't care. They announced that. It's coming with the never-before-released Star Fox 2 on it. Holy baloney, it's a collector's item. Nintendo announces that a couple months ago. Then they're like, it's coming out in September. And then pre-orders... There's no sign of pre-orders. But pre-orders did go up last week. They went up online at 3 in the morning. No prior announcements. No one saying, hey. They just put pre-orders up at 3 in the morning. And of course, the scalpers just used a bunch of bots. And the bots bought all of them up. On Amazon, I kid you not, they did not have a value or a limit or how many you could buy. People were buying up to 99 of them at a time, instantly putting them on eBay for $500. Thankfully, some stores put a limit. But even then, Best Buy sold out in an hour. Walmart sold out. Walmart's like sold out, then got canceled, and sold out again. Target sold out in an hour. GameStop literally broke its website. So many people were pre-ordering off GameStop.com. The website crashed for the entire day. So that 3 a.m., of course, I was not awake at that point. Or if I was probably just, drawing or doing something. So I wake up that morning and see the disaster. And I get a glimmer of hope. GameStop's taking pre-orders in store. Hip zippity dippity doo-dah. I go to GameStop 30 minutes after they open. 30 minutes. There's a sign on the door. SNES Classics. Pre-orders sold out. I walk in the store and I say, so how quickly did they sell out? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Each store got like 5 pre-orders. 5. Now the story has a happy ending though. GameStop had online bundles exclusives. It was the SNES Minis bundled with other junk that no one really cares about. They had one for $20 extra that came with like a hardcover SNES book. I bought it. I got one of the pre-orders. Those sold out that day too, but I got one. But that's just me. That's someone who, thankfully, didn't work a morning during the weekday. Anybody else who has kids, who had to take them to school and go to work, they had no chance to pre-order these things. There was no chance. And when this thing gets released on probably a Tuesday or Friday, they're not going to have time to go into stores and buy the dang thing. And this is where my problem lies. Nintendo. Supply and demand, man. I learned this in middle school. There is a demand for your product. People are literally throwing their money at you, but you will not supply the products. Now, yes, this is most likely just a marketing scheme. There's more made, but you make a false scarcity, and then it builds up. It builds up talk, it builds up demand. Apple does the same thing with their products, but here's the difference. Eventually, Apple releases the products. They don't discontinue them. I love you, Nintendo. You're my favorite company. Clearly, I freaking love Nintendo. The Nintendo store was my favorite part of New York, and that's really sad. But Nintendo, god dang it, man. You gotta start making more of your products. Because here's what you're doing. The only people that are able to buy your products are the scalpers, because their job is to literally buy things at 3 in the morning when everyone else is asleep. And no one else, the fans, don't get an opportunity to buy your stuff. The kids, the parents, the people who would actually enjoy their stuff, they get screwed over because it's already sold out by the time they even know this thing exists. And the only way they can get it is to pay $400 to a scalper. Now, of course, in Nintendo's mindset, they're probably like, why do we care? We sold all of our product. We're happy. Well, here's the thing. You're losing your fan base. I mean, there's crazy people like me who will still buy everything you put out, but a lot of other people, you're losing them. Probably. I'm not helping. I'm part of the cause. Believe me, I'm part of the problem. I know that. But what do you do? So this has been my Nintendo rant. Like I said, this is just a pure rant. I just rambled on for however long I did. If you actually watched this, thank you for watching it. If you agree with me, write a comment down below. Let me know your stories of amiibo hunting or SNES mini hunting or any time you've had to go out of your way to buy a simple Nintendo product. Because we've been there. Especially if you're an amiibo hunter. Wave 4. You remember that disaster? Nintendo. It's tiring. It's like a drug. It's like if you were addicted to cocaine, but it was impossible to find. So anyways, that's the Nintendo rant. Rant done. I'm subscribe, you dingus, all that. I'm gonna go pick up my copy of Mario & Rabbids for the Switch and probably pick up a Pro Controller and some amiibos because I can't help myself. Rant over. Goodbye.